There's a lot of famous bears throughout history. You've had Yogi Bear, Smokey the Bear, Fozzie the fucking bear, that creepy fabric softener bear who hides in your sheets and does bad shit when you're not home. Well, I hate that little motherfucker. Anyway, get ready to meet the best, the brightest, the funniest of them all. The pot-smoking, coke-sniffing, hooker-banging teddy bear who's also my best friend.
Topher Grace.
Check it out. See
Flight risk.
in theaters this summer.
He wants you dead. He wants you dead. He wants you dead. He wants you dead. He wants you dead.
Get back, get back, get back, get back, get back.
Pay attention! This is a good part. 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 This is a good part.
Damn it! Damn it!
I'm gonna enjoy it.
Damn it!
You ever see a face turn his color before? Huh? You ever see a face turn his color before? You ever see a face turn his color before? Oh, gee. Y'all need a pilot. Y'all need a pilot. Y'all need a pilot.
Flight risk.
Huh?
Damn it! Damn it!
Only in theaters January 24th.
Need a pilot, 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 pilot,
Damn it!
pilot.
Damn it!
Ready, Dave?
Boy, that sounded cocky as hell. No,
I felt bad that you had already seen the intro, so I just felt like I needed to add some more to it.
Good God, man. The
Could you tell what the
is that? Did you amplify? Did you do something to his scream, or is that his actual scream in the trailer?
that's so? I was going through and just cutting it up real quick, and I didn't even notice that when I made my first cut. It wasn't until I watched it like the second or third time that I noticed the scream, and then I was like, "Oh my God." And then I decided that I needed to capitalize on that a little bit more.
That
I didn't
the-
alter that at all.
that face that he's making, that Topher Grace is making.
When it zooms in.
Y'all need a pilot. That was that's my favorite part. When
So
it goes like,
we're just boop, 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 boop. It's when I just decide to go for broke and just
hey, it's a work of genius, my friend. I
thank
need
you.
to send that to my brother because I sent it as a joke. I asked him when he was going to go see Flight Risk, and and his response was, "Haha, never."
Why not?
Yep.
I think we need, I think we need
Well, I
to see
mean,
that.
we're gonna have to for the show, but I will not
feel
go
like-
to the theater. I'm not gonna go to
No.
the theater. to
No.
see that.
We don't need to
So-
give it any money. But once it's streaming, we
Yeah.
can do a nice review, and then that'll be a good time to
Sorry, I just
revisit that.
blasted everybody.
No, you're good. Feeling
Good to be back, everybody.
Yeah.
Hello, welcome to the show.
yes. Welcome
All
back.
0 of you. Even
Mhm.
though, I mean, you might listen to us later on. I mean, I haven't heard from anybody. I don't know if we have any fans. But coming soon, Patreon, I would say. correct? Because
I mean,
we're starting a new year, new you, baby.
that's right. And if we, yeah, all's we need is a little bit of interest.
Yeah. And you know what? I want to start off the year and say this because I
Oh,
have been seeing a therapist, which we all should. You all should out there. You all should go see
agreed.
somebody and talk to them. I think, and this is part of what I've been telling them about, like doing this podcast. I feel like we're doing the anti. I don't want to say. Who did we say was his name that we were going to use instead? Mo
Oh.
Bogan,
Something like that,
Rob Kogan.
or Rojogan or something.
Yeah, something like that. But
Yeah.
anyways, it's the anti that. So we're this is like the not afraid to share your feelings. This is what I think what a man really is, right? So
Well, yeah.
well, not really what a man. This is just the masculine part of the show.
I think this is our.
we want to be
part
more
of this.
positive.
Yeah, part of this is our attempt to reshape, I guess, what masculinity is seen as, right? Oh,
It's seen as that.
I got some.
And most
I got
importantly-
some fireworks. I appreciate that. Hey, listen, I appreciate that
What else is
positive
there?
feedback.
This one, boom, and
I do love. I
last
do love
but
the
not
light show.
least, most important. There it is.
That's right.
Love. This is about love.
And if I
'Cause
just
everybody
had,
needs to love each other.
yep, and if I just had an iPad that had the nice firmware update, I'd be able to do that too. Alas, you're just gonna have to pretend.
Oh,
I'll add it.
it's
I'll
not
add
even
it in
doing it for
post.
me. Look at that. Oh, there it goes.
See? Oh, there it goes. That's delightful.
Yeah.
Let's see. What was I going to? Oh yeah. Did you let's see. Here, let's just roll with it. Let's get the show started real quick.
Hey, everybody!
I forgot to ask if you had one.
That's okay. You can put me on the spot.
And then instead of I can go first. You know, instead of producing on the air, I just made a decision, I guess.
Yeah.
Man, you can give me your,
you know
your
what?
feedback on that later.
Do you remember my last one? Because I'll just use my last one if you don't remember it.
Probably
Because you
not.
were gone. Okay, let's use that one then.
Okay. Do you want to start?
You
or
go
do want
first.
to?
No, you can
Okay.
go ahead. Go ahead.
So I don't remember when this one popped up, but this is. Oh, you know what? This is probably when we were camping. This is a slightly older one. And every night at this place where we go camping, as the sun is going down, they play. Somebody has a trumpet and they play taps.
Oh wow,
I don't know. It's
kind of creepy.
kind of, yeah. It's like slightly moving, mostly creepy, and then people just scream "yoo-hoo" at each other. It's interesting. I don't get Northeasterners, but so one night I was listening to taps, and I wrote this down: replacing taps with a slow, melancholy version of the fee-fi fiddly-io strumming on my old banjo. Part of the I've been working on the railroad, and it's also fake opera sounding. So
That's what you
just-
wrote?
Yep.
That's silly. Silly.
Yeah, it is. It is silly. So I was thinking, you're at a an engagement where you got to be serious because, anytime you're playing taps generally, right? It's to honor somebody that's passed away and just,
Yes.
to have like
This is for the fallen soldiers.
yeah. And I think I probably also pictured them in like a barbershop quartet outfit, even though there's only one of them. And it's just, very kind of baritone, it's just kind of a
Yeah.
lonely baritone kind of fee fi fili-i-o. Fee fi
I smell the blood of an
fili-i-o.
Irishman.
Whoa.
What? That was
Okay.
Nosferatu talking.
Oh, fantastic. Those for Ratatouille. Did I send you that one?
I think so.
God.
Did you see
That
Nosferatu? Oh no, you haven't seen that. That's not a
No,
movie you would. I saw it. I have seen several movies now since last we have spoken.
Fantastic.
My good
I
man.
have seen, I think, exactly one. And it was fantastic.
Okay, we'll get into that
Mhm.
here after, I guess, stoner thoughts.
Okay.
Or I'm sorry, high thoughts.
Yeah. Hi.
So this is
thoughts?
mine from last time. I'm gonna repeat it.
Good.
Exactly the same as I did last time. No, I'm just kidding.
Let's see if it
So-
jars any memories.
So the other night like a couple weeks ago, we went out to eat or something like that, and then we went to some store afterwards, and then we saw that there was it looked like it was like a shut down store, and like they were doing like remodeling in there.
Yeah.
And the name of the place was The Pickler, and it was a pickleball place.
Pickleball? Why?
Yeah, because people love
Sorry.
it here, man.
I know.
I don't
Yeah.
know what it is. I've never played, so I'm not gonna knock it. Okay.
Right.
So
Colbert had a pickleball show. I think it was short-lived.
was he trying to go the Fallon route?
I hope not.
That
Anyway,
seems like a very Fallon-y thing to do.
yes, like an offshoot of his
but-
own. Anyway, so this was a closed down. Like
I
looks
think
like we're in
like
the
a
middle of-
storefront,
Yeah.
say a closed down Best Buy, right?
Okay,
Um,
and it's getting remodeled as the pickler.
as like an indoor pickleball court, which makes sense, right?
It does,
because you don't want to
especially
be
in
outdoor.
Texas.
I would want to be in indoors.
Mhm.
But so I got to talking with Max, and he goes, "What is that place? What do they just have pickles?" And I was like, "No." I said it's a pickleball place where they play pickleball, and he goes, "What is pickleball?" And he goes, what do they do? Like play with pickles?" he was joking. And
Right.
I said, yeah, what they do is they use the pickles as paddles like that. And he goes, no, what they do is they slice up, they use sliced up pickles as the paddles. And then we took it as far as
sliced up pickle paddles.
so we took it as far as a lot of slices of pickles.
Okay, like
formed
put
into
together,
the form of a paddle,
right? Using
then
like a
deep
pickle
fried.
based paste, right?
deep fried,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it's got to so it's and you're playing pickleball you're hitting a ball with that. Could you imagine that mush just like it wouldn't even stay together, you know?
That's
Just think about how thin they put they fry those kind of pickles like that.
So there's
You know?
there's no reinforcement. It's just a layer of pickle slices.
No, it's
sorry.
No, it's pickle slices, but it's like fried and battered. But if you've
Okay.
ever had fried and battered pickle slices,
Yeah,
the batter is real thin.
yeah.
It's not.
They fall.
It's
they
not
fall
going to
apart.
hold up in the shape.
Half the time you end up eating just a singular bite of batter and then a pickle by itself because it just kind of slipped out of the. I mean, listen, I love deep fried pickles. Don't get me wrong.
So let me ask
Especially
you
with
this.
like a dill ranch.
So that was my high thought, right?
Right. And I love it. I thought so two things on that. First of all, my first assumption was that the pickler was going to be like a upscale place, like
Where
a
they
tapas
where they like
type place,
like
where
a restaurant where
everything's
they
pickled.
do pickled.
Yeah,
that would be
Because-
something Austin would do. Yes.
That's what I was about to say. Does that not seem? It's like a two real and one fake, right? If I threw that,
Yeah.
if I snuck that into like three new Austin restaurants opened up, and that
Yeah.
was one of them, you'd be like, oh man, shit, that's that's pretty good. So then when it wasn't that, so that was my first thought. Then when you said using pickles, I immediately assumed pickles would be the balls.
Like almost like a melon balled pickle. Like you use it like a melon baller.
I don't
type
think
thing?
so. I think it's an entire pickle. What are the paddles that are used
So
in
what-
pickleball? Are they like
They're just
tennis-
they're
are
like
they
a
just like tennis
bigger
rackets?
almost like a bigger ping pong paddle.
Okay, hence the design
Well,
that you
let's
guys
look.
ended up
I'm
coming
gonna-
up
let me-
with, right?
Let me pull it up. Let's look at and see what a pickleball paddle looks like.
Yeah. Let's see. Things.
Well,
You-
they look a
need to-
little bit bigger than that. So let me show you here.
Oh, look at
All right, I'm gonna share. We're doing this on the fly, ladies and gentlemen, on the fly.
that's right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
That-
let's see what we got. I mean, that looks exactly like ping pong. So it's just
Yeah,
ping pong.
it's a bigger version of it. See, look,
Okay.
for reference, there's that guy's hand, right? So it's a little bit bigger than a ping pong paddle,
Yeah.
and it looks like that might be like, I don't know if it's mesh or like, no, it's solid. Yeah, see,
You know
And
what
then
that?
it's
you
like
know
a
what it
wiffle
looks
ball.
like? Oh,
So-
okay. And then it's just
Mhm.
okay. Interesting. You know what those look like? Those look like going back to the whole what we're the good work we're doing on this show to kind of help redefine masculinity. It looks like if a very insecure man like really wanted to play ping pong, but was like, I don't know, man, those paddles are a little too small.
And tennis is just too hard. There's too much running. I don't know. I mean, I need to play, right? We need to try it. I
This
guess.
needs to be us.
Look at that old guy. Should we watch a video? Maybe is there a YouTube?
I mean, if
Let's
it's
see if
these
we can
people,
find some
absolutely.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
here. YouTube.
Pickleball fails.
I
Look,
typed in YouTube into a Google search again. I'm old. Pickleball. Let's see. Oh,
did you find
tournament pickleball. Well, I found a pickleball tournament. So let's here. This is just a quick 5-minute video here. Let's get it into the oops. Let's damn it. There we go. I hit the wrong button. Theater mode was what I wanted to do.
Paris shot.
Great move. Oh,
some? Heads up, heads up.
Ben John's just at rehab. We look forward to having him.
Why does the person that edited this hate listening to the commentary so much?
Riley Newman.
Riley Newman cuts it off.
That's right.
Paddle.
Never in my wildest dreams did I think that we would be doing a podcast and we would be watching pickleball tournaments.
Yeah.
Paddle.
That was a great edit.
Paddle.
Paddle.
And she's laughing.
Paddle.
Okay. Here's my thing about, well, now pickleball as well.
Newman puts it away. And
Let's go.
Sean and Riley Newman.
Sean and
Friendly fire.
oh, so it's like a
Okay,
husband.
can you turn this off?
No,
I
this
don't wanna
is-
watch this anymore.
Okay. So here's my thing about, I guess, all of this: pickleball, tennis, ping pong, all of it.
Mhm.
You know, when you do the real asshole moves, you know, and it just like goes, dum, 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 dum. Why don't you do that all the time? Why doesn't that just your entire game?
Some people do that because if you do it too much, then they'll know your game and figure it out, and then just hit the ball past you.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
So it's a matter of, it's a game of which. It's a game of which. I used to play tennis in high school, so I like all those paddle games. That's why I just haven't tried. That's why I just haven't tried pickleball, because, man, I don't want to run around. I really don't.
Oh no.
I know that sounds lazy as hell, but
No, not at all.
I need to walk. I need to walk more, but I have been.
Well,
getting
yeah,
it
that's
more.
fine. Running is, it shouldn't be allowed. I don't know why we glorify it. You don't need to run. Just walk.
You don't know why we
Running-
glorify it.
Yeah. I don't know why anybody likes to do it. Walking is better for you, or at least it's less impactful to your joints, you know. Whatever. Anyway, don't exercise. That's my thing.
This video sucks.
So should we get on to movies? Movie stuff. Oh, I was gonna ask for high thoughts. Can they be someone else's that has been?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think so. What would be fun, I think, is eventually if we have listeners and fans and stuff like that, they would send in theirs. We could always read
Yeah.
a couple of theirs, maybe instead of ours or in addition to ours, right?
Yeah.
Who fucking cares?
So, how do you want to begin this movie? Do you want to begin this movie talk with? I have a video. It's about a minute. and a half.
Okay.
And this is kind of a celebration of David Lynch because he passed. And I want to respectfully, I loved David Lynch. I loved his stuff.
Yes.
I didn't like all of it, but I can appreciate everything that he does. Like, that's the way I look at his stuff. I think I don't even know. I would have to go back and watch them all again, which we may do here soon. Not all of them. I think we should pick 3. But I don't know. We can discuss that here at the end of this. But
yeah.
I thought we might do us a little video here, and we will start it off with this. And here we go.
Now, if you're playing the movie on a telephone or on your computer, you will never in a trillion years experience the film. You'll think you have experienced it, but you'll be cheated. It will be a weak. You'll be experiencing weakness and extreme putrefaction of a potential experience in another world. So don't let your friends or some television advertisement trick you into accepting weakness. It's such a sadness. Power in that world is critical. Everything has been worked on to be a certain way. And if you don't have a setup for your films, it's a joke. It's just the most sickening, horrifying joke. And this world is so troubled. And it's such a sadness that you think you've seen a film on your fucking telephone. Get real.
My whole career, I was pretty much bald, so people just got to know me as being a bald guy.
Yo.
Thanks, Brian. I mean, that's what I've always thought about Brian Urlacher.
Yeah.
Man, what a
he was the bald guy.
bald guy. What a bald
Right
guy.
after, but that's right after David Lynch's Luscious Locks, right?
Oh,
Does that
man.
guy not
Yeah.
have the best set? Man, that guy's hair
What
is fucking awesome, man.
He's got it rivals Conan O'Brien's hair. You know, just that iconic
Him-
kind of. You know,
well, they're all three. Like I would say another one is, so you would go Lynch and Conan O'Brien, and I would say Jim Jarmusch. I'd put him in there
oh
too.
yeah,
with
yeah.
you know,
You could
his
do a
style.
little.
Also
doodle.
Nick Cave. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Sure. So I've seen written out variations of that quote all over
It's so
social
good.
media, you know, since he passed away, and I'd not seen the actual video clip until, you know, just now. That's awesome.
See, I think you're ready to take this journey, man. Because
there's I think so too.
but I'm
There's
trying
been-
to think of where we should start. If we should just push you in right away
So-
to fucking weirdness, or should we do a gradual?
So, I do have.
Also, I think we should have Woodward in on some of these. It doesn't have to be
Yeah.
all of them.
Yeah.
But, so I'll go. We
Um,
can go over what I've seen and what we haven't seen. So
Okay. I
just
I would
point
be-
at it, and I'll
would-
tell you yes or no. We'll
Yeah,
just
let
go
me-
down and say yes or
Here.
no.
What about what I've got highlighted right now?
Excuse me. It says David Lynch filmography. It's like
It's
everything.
it's everything. Sorry, I did like one tiny little tap, and it just went.
So first one, Eraserhead. Yes, I've seen
Yeah,
it.
what about-
I don't. That's one I don't know if I like it, but it's interesting. Like there's some really cool stuff in it, and knowing that that's his first picture, and seeing like the special effects that are in it, and just the surrealness. It's kind of, I mean, I'll say it's good, but it's like it's not for everyone. It's real fucking
Yeah.
weird. Like
See,
I still
and
don't understand what it's about.
And I almost kind of feel like I feel like that should be amongst them then, right? I want something.
So you want
want it-
something jarring?
I want at least
start then.
okay. Well, I want
I
at
mean-
least one thing that you're not sure of, you know,
Okay.
because I'd love to hear.
Well, let's go
I'd
through
love-
the list here.
You know. Anyway, yeah. So that one, Elephant Man. Have you?
Elephant Man is kind of so he has two movies that I guess the next one too, maybe. Yeah, these back-to-back movies are his most commercial movies, but They're not very commercial. So Elephant Man is very good, and it's kind of straightforward for him, but it still has like weird dreamy elements that he has in it, and it's in black and white, and it's beautifully acted, and it's a beautiful movie, and it'll make you cry. It's a good movie. It's very good. He was nominated. It was nominated. So
Okay. See,
Dune?
I would potentially put both of those in my if we were
Okay.
making a list.
Okay.
Um,
Let's go. So Dune. If you're
Dune.
curious, I enjoyed it, but that's like it's kind of a nostalgia thing for me because both my brothers and I saw that at the theater when it came out, and it's always been like a thing that we always like. I mean, that's what this is, right? So this is from that movie, right? So this is me and my brothers. We all have this. So, I mean, I love it, but it's not for, just like the others, it's not for everyone. But Elephant Man is more for everyone, I guess you could say.
Okay.
And then
Blue Velvet,
Blue Velvet.
I've seen.
How long has it been since you've seen it?
I mean,
were you at Suncoast?
Sometime during film school. Yeah, somewhere in between like Suncoast and film school.
And you didn't like it, right? You did not like it? Okay. So why do you remember why you did not like it?
Yeah, this was very much a period of time where I still would.
Was this Kevin Smith time?
No, I would just judge movies before I would watch them based on the people that recommended them, I think. You know? So
okay.
I think David Lynch may have been wronged in that sense, in my in my view.
Okay.
Kind of similar to early Led Zeppelin. And now I'm like, oh yeah, that's
that's interesting.
Yeah.
We may have to go because this is one of my favorites.
Right? Okay, cool. So
one
that's
of my
good
favorites.
To know.
Wild at Heart, I would say that this one is kind of a hit or miss. There's stuff in it that I really like, but it's really weird. It's based on a novel,
black comedy crime film.
Nick Cage is great in it. He's crazy as hell in it.
Would you say he's wild?
At heart. Willem.
There you go.
Willem Dafoe is in it. He's great.
Love Willem.
He's got these teeth that look like, the mini chiclets. They look like that. They're tiny. And just gums. He's gross. It's just, and that has one of my favorite. He has a guy that's in everything that he's done up until the guy passed away. His name is Jack Nance. He's the lead in Eraserhead. And ever since Eraserhead, he's been in everything that he's done.
Okay, cool. I like
and there's
that.
There's a part with Jack Nance in Wild at Heart. It's my favorite quote from him in any David Lynch movie that he's in. I love it. And I'm not going to tell you it because it's one of the funniest parts in that whole movie. And it's like the only part that he's in. So
then, we'll need to, we'll need to have that one on the
that
list.
That movie's really absurd. We might just have to have we'll have a David Lynch and we'll go back to a movie every, you know what I mean? We can start off with one with the first movie review of the year.
Okay.
And then we can do something else after that. And then we can maybe go back to another Lynch if we want to.
I'd
movie.
be fine with that. Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah. So we can figure it out on the way, but we should probably just do it. I don't know if you want to watch Firewalk with me if you haven't watched the TV show. So we can leave that one off, but I enjoy that if you, because I love that show. I have 2 tattoos of the show. So,
even though it's technically a prequel.
Yes, you still need to see the TV show before you see this.
Okay. And that makes sense.
Yeah.
And there's a big break in between.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Boom, boom.
Oh, and David Bowie's in Firewalk with Me. He's it's a bit part, but man, he's great in it. And then
he's a pretty fun little actor.
Man, he was great. He was a great actor, man.
Yeah. He
Lost
just
Highway
didn't do it all that often, I think.
So this, I will say, Lost Highway. Go ahead. Have you seen it?
Yes, and I don't think I understood it.
I don't think I do either.
Okay.
But I will say this. This is my first David Lynch experience at the theater. So I saw this at the theater.
Yeah.
A midnight
show.
A
Nice
midnight
fun little
show.
place in your heart then.
A great midnight show. I saw it with my roommate at the time, Derek Blanton, and also Ted, my brother.
Nice.
Ted's the one that always told me about David Lynch and how crazy and great he was. So Ted was the one that was influential into getting me into David Lynch.
Were you were already a fan by this point, or
I had heard so my first
was your
experience
first Lynch.
actually my first Lynch at the theater would be Dune, right? Because I was a kid, right? Seeing that at the theater.
But you weren't really thinking about directors and things of that nature.
No, but you know what?
Back in '84,
after seeing Dune, and then like that was my first experience seeing Kyle MacLachlan, right? Who I love. He's great. And then noticing him, and then seeing that, because I was interested in film back then, when I was a kid.
Oh yeah. And
seeing the Academy Awards and seeing them show shots of Blue Velvet and stuff like that, and seeing Kyle MacLachlan in there, I was like, hey, that's the guy from Dune. And I was like, oh wait, this is the same director. And then that's when I started doing that, I think, with movies, like associating stuff.
Interesting.
So
yeah. Okay. So that also kind of deepens.
That also, it deepens a lot of of why I like Lynch and
exactly,
and also like Chris, Woody. He's the same way. Like I don't think I've ever gotten into a huge Lynch talk with him, but we were always big fans of Lynch.
Okay.
And I think Lost Highway was one of the ones that we both were like, man, that movie's awesome, right? So I know you didn't understand it. I don't understand it. I need to watch it again. But
I mean, I watched that. I mean, like this. It was probably around this time when I also watched Blue Velvet for the first time.
Okay. So you got a double dose of weirdness there. But that's some kind of different weirdness, because Lost Highway is pretty like seedy underworld dark. Not that Blue Velvet isn't. I mean, both of these movies feel like you've walked through grime to me. So and Mulholland Drive does that too.
Does it?
You haven't seen that? Yeah, but I think because, dude, it's been so long since I've seen a lot of these that I think it'll be great for both of us to just kind of like go through the big ones. But
I don't even.
You haven't seen that one?
This.
Do you know what it's about?
Doesn't even ring a bell.
So read what it's about. It's a true story of a guy that went to go. He like drove a riding lawnmower across country to see his brother before he died.
Oh wow!
And it's just like of his adventure. It's
a
pretty
veteran.
And you know what's weird?
You
know what's weird? It's a Disney movie and it's rated G.
That's fantastic.
Yes, and it's a good movie. Like
I like that.
I remember seeing it. It's beautifully shot, and
I was just a
Sissy Spacek
theatrical
is in it.
Release.
Yeah, it's a wonderful movie, man. I've seen it one time, but I'd like to see it again. I think it might be on the Disney Plus, maybe.
Right?
I think it might be. So,
and then then that's when we can start getting into did they make any edits when they put it on Disney? Because they're apparently like ramped in the streaming game now. They will just change. Yeah, that's a topic. We'll pin it right now. It's a topic worth revisiting because I've like read one story on it. I'm like, oh, this is interesting. Anyway,
So hey, do you this
and
is
Disney
I
is
guess
apparently like one of the biggest offenders.
well, this is a good question to ask you at this point. Do you still
Yeah.
have some of your physical media?
Not as many DVDs as I do CDs, and
Okay.
then I still don't even have that many CDs left
Okay.
anymore.
Okay.
I still have, where I have too many records now.
Yeah. Too many records.
But that's
okay.
Basically, that was one of the points of that article was like, man, hold on to your physical media because it's very yeah.
I've been that's what I've been doing lately. Like instead of like I was like, oh look, this came out on streaming. Like, how much is the 4K disc? Because I have a Xbox that plays 4K discs.
Yeah,
and my TV does HDR and stuff. And I bought trimmers 4K, dude. And holy crap, it looks crisp. It looks like almost watching like it's like watching it at the theater, but like, you could see the grain and stuff.
Right.
It's awesome. Like, and
well,
I'm watching this with Max. So,
and that goes back to, I mean, the David Lynch quote that, that kind of started this, which was, this is, it's an experience. You're meant to see all of this. In fact, another thing that I think we can talk about it at some point is kind of relates the book I just finished, and I forget the name of it, but I was trying to find it, but it's essentially talking about the transition from analog to digital and recording.
Oh, God.
And no, this tackles this in a really interesting way because it talks about when you were recording analog, your biggest thing was to isolate and get rid of as much noise as possible, right? The signal's noise. And then when digital arrived, you can remove it completely. And so but we still like continued to, anyway, he starts going into an interesting article and talks, kind of about how noise is essential to the listening process and how, blah, 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 blah. And I think that kind of relates back to, that David Lynch quote as well, kind of how it's supposed to be an experience all, all the time,
which
instead of, just viewing it on your phone, or listening to it on your phone or whatever. Yeah.
Well, that's another, like, so the coolest thing about all these movies, these last few, is I got to see them at the theater, right? So
yeah,
I saw Straight Story at the theater, and the next one I saw with our old roommate Ian at the theater. I saw it at what's that? What was that theater? Angelica. I saw it at the Angelica with him.
Oh,
and it was
great little theater.
Yeah, I have a lot of good memories of going there.
Me too.
So, and even the one time I went to see the 3D porno there with Ian.
I forgot about that.
Did you live with us when that happened?
I think so. Why did I not go?
Probably because you were working.
Yeah, probably.
At Murphy, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably
so,
had,
but
probably
yeah,
had an early shift.
That was like that was another good experience at the theater. Like, man, it's another great movie, and it's about movies. Like, it's about, like, I hate it sometimes. Like, I think it's kind of a trope for Hollywood to do movies about Hollywood, but this is like, it's about that, but man, it's, I don't know,
when it's done well. Yeah, but
yes,
but
and when it's done this dark and weird.
Yeah.
I think you would enjoy this one because it's a little long. There's some real weird stuff in it that'll make you laugh because it's so weird.
Yeah.
Well, and I think
that's
I
the
think
real lens that I'm truly excited to watch him through now, because again,
yeah, because it's not
I was told,
you
by
can't take it all
whoever, and
serious. It is
that it
art.
was, that it's supposed to be, this is adult art stuff, like this is, you're not a kid anymore, you're watching David Lynch, like that's how it was sold to me. And then I watched it, and
Oh,
I'm like,
okay. Well, then
I
there you
don't
go.
I
It
don't
was
think
sold to you
so.
wrong.
Yeah,
Because man,
exactly.
if you watch
That's
some of
yeah.
if you you should watch some documentaries on him, because
Oh,
you might
every
appreciate him more, because I think he's just such an earnest dude. Like
yeah,
he's not really like he's just making art, but I also think that he's trying to be funny
yeah,
too.
I think so
I think a
too.
lot of his shit is funny.
Well, and I
Um,
think he, at least from, again, all the accounts that I read on social media over,
mhm.
since his passing, is basically like, he always did exactly what he wanted to do
Yeah.
every,
See, and that's another
every
reason why
time,
I
which is like,
appreciate him.
oh man, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's a
Dude got to
life
do what
well
the fuck he
lived, right?
wanted, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
But yeah, dude, I would say Mulholland Drive to me is peak. That's his best. I've only seen his last film one time. I need to watch it again because it's weird, man, and it's his longest one. But it's real weird. It's shot in it's all shot on like a camcorder. It's real, like, I don't know. And like Terry Crews shows up on one part.
Yes.
He's like a homeless dude in it.
Huh.
But it's real weird. It's about what's her
Buff
name is
homeless?
real good in it. Laura Dern is real good in it. She's the
just-
main person.
Is he just
Buff
billed
homeless.
as just billed
Buff
as buff
homeless.
hobo?
Buff hobo.
Does he have a stick and bindle? And then
Yes.
he makes
Stick
it
and
bounce up and down
bindle.
by
Holy
bouncing
hooray.
his
It's his
biceps.
muscles.
He's like boop, 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 beep, boop, boop, boop. Yeah, it just bounces up and down.
Like it's like the Homer muscle when he's thinking of himself as muscle, right?
Yes.
Going,
Yeah. Exactly. So yeah, that sounds fun. We should definitely watch that.
Well, let's just start off with. Do you want to just start off with Eraserhead at some point?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's just do that then.
Okay.
So, we'll find a way to watch it. I think it's on. They're on Max right now, and also if you kept Criterion, it's still on there. They just put a bunch of Man, that Criterion channel is great.
Yeah, I wish it was a little bit cheaper. But
yeah, I'm starting to think I don't know if I'm gonna keep Prime.
What?
I don't know if I'm gonna keep Prime.
Oh,
I don't know I don't ever watch anything on
them. Don't tell Jeff Bezos.
Oh yeah.
He's probably watching.
He is a Bond dude. They're all fucking Bond villains now.
Isn't it crazy?
Yes, I mean I hate to laugh about it. It's fucking terrible.
It doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
But that quick, just kind of like bloop bloop, from to yeah, we are.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
I won't say it, but I'll text you during the break. Let's
see.
Because there's something bugging me.
Okay.
It
was dumb. That was dumb. It was childish. Oh, but you laughed at it. Speaking of
so movies,
longtime collaborator of David Lynch, Kyle MacLachlan.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a movie with him in it last night.
Oh, what movie?
It's called Blink Twice. It's that new movie that it's
by Zoe Kravitz.
You know what? It's on Prime.
It is.
Yeah, so lots of good segues there. I could have done that. I could have done Kyle MacLachlan, but yeah. So it's Zoe Kravitz's
and
directorial debut.
Channing
And-
Tate Yum.
Exactly. Right. And so Kelly I'd seen a trailer.
Yeah,
Kelly,
dude, I wanted to see that.
You should watch it. So I won't go into it too much because you would really enjoy it.
Yeah.
I think Katie would as well.
Yeah.
But so I'd seen a trailer. Kelly had not. Kelly assumed, since it had Channing Tatum in it, that it was a funny movie.
Mhm.
And so for like the first half of the movie, she's
Oh
just
man,
laughing at
I've heard
certain-
there's like
certain
twists in that.
things and
right?
yeah, there's
So,
some
okay.
pretty good twists. And what I'll say about it is without going too much into it, because like I said, we can always talk about it after you've seen it.
Yes.
She is fantastic at setting tense setting up that tense feeling with
Mhm.
her. Really, she has like really long takes. There's very little editing in some scenes. It just, man,
Tense.
yeah, lots of long takes, lots of very close-up
Nice.
shots. And
I need to watch this.
I
then.
mean, does it really well. And then there was one shot that I absolutely hated that turned out to be done in a very significant way.
Mhm.
It turned out to be like a reason why it was shot that way. And I've done that 2 or 3 times now, and I wish I could remember the other movies or TV shows that I've
where it's
gone.
happened.
Yeah, where it's ended up being like a very pivotal reason why something was done, and I'm like, everything was great except for that, and then like I'll say that as I'm watching it, and then it turns out to like reveal itself to be like
the reason why
to
it's
be like a
that.
big deal, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. And I'm like, what's going on there? Talking about now I'm going back to therapy, like saying, there's a question there from a therapist. Why do I do that? Am I, and no, I'm just kidding. Anyway, definitely worth watching. Haley Joel Osment is in it.
Oh, dude,
Mhm.
he's turned out to be pretty great. Like,
yeah, he
comedy.
is.
Comedy,
Yes.
dude, like he's good with comedy.
Yes.
So,
and Simon Rex, do you know him?
how is he? Yeah, he's got kind of making a
Fantastic.
comeback.
Yeah.
So
He's really, really good in it. And
is Tatum good? Channing?
yes. Yeah.
He's always good.
Yeah. But I mean, he plays a
Prick.
shitty guy really, really well. And I didn't remember her in the trailer, but maybe from Arrested Development is in it. And I forget
Alia
her real name.
Shawkat.
Yeah, Alia Shawkat. She's in it. Was she in the trailer?
I don't know. I don't remember. But
Okay.
hey, it's better
Anyway.
me going in like not knowing a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So
Anyway, so
yeah.
yeah, everyone's fantastic. Watch it. We can talk about
we
it.
should. You know what we
and
should
the,
do?
That and the Bob Dylan movie.
You saw it?
No, not yet. I need to go see that.
Okay.
Is what
Okay.
I'm saying.
I saw that one. Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, do you have? And this is not an advertisement of any way, unless you want to back us. Have you ever used Letterboxd?
Kennedy is a big proponent for that.
Let's
and
start.
I feel like that might be a good way to.
And I haven't been using it like I did, like I should. But today I was like, you know what? I'm going to start doing that. So for the show.
Do they have a I want to watch or whatever, like a little?
Yeah, and that you set up like an account and you put like movies that you've liked and that you've watched, and it's like basically like a log of movies you've watched.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
yeah,
can
yeah.
write reviews too.
And you can follow
but-
people.
Yep, exactly. Like
Mhm.
I'm on there, Ben's on there, and stuff like that. So, and there's like podcasts on there too. So like there's a podcast. That one 70 millimeter, that one that we listen to on the way.
Yeah.
They're on there. They use it a lot. I might start giving them some money soon. So, whenever we start getting more money. But anyways, yeah, we should use that and log. It would be a good way for us to log the David Lynch movies and any review we do thus far. I would say, right?
Yes.
I
Yeah,
wonder
'cause
if
I
we
think
could create
we can easily
a
go
becoming
back.
friends account, you know,
Oh well.
and
I'll
like
take a
do
look
like
into it.
4-hour review. Yeah.
Yeah.
So cool.
It'll just
Awesome.
be one
Well,
more
let me-
social media thing to catch up on.
Before we take the break and do our reviews, let me I saw Nosferatu as well. I enjoyed
Nice.
that.
Okay. I do want to see
then-
that. I just
Yeah, I think
You
you
know?
would you need to watch the other movies by him, which might be hard for you because they're all no electricity movies. Well, The Lighthouse might have electricity, but his other two movies don't. But The Northman is kind of like a Conan the Barbarian movie. Do you like
That-
Conan the Barbarian?
I might be
The
thinking of
Schwarzenegger movie?
different. No, I've only seen Conan the Librarian, the
The UHF.
UHF
But,
version.
well, okay. Well, it's kind of like that. It's like an action movie, but I like that one a lot.
it looked. I thought I watched the trailer for that. I think that looks like a pretty good.
They
little
They
movie.
do some really cool camera stuff in that I was like, how the
Yeah.
fuck did they do this? Like when they do stuff like that, that's when I get interested. Even if it's like
Yes, when
like
there's
you said, like
actual,
it's
yeah,
if it's movies that are set in times like that. Because I normally don't like old movies either, like where they're set in old times like that. Because it's always about Caucasian people. So it's
yeah. I think that's a big part of it.
yeah. So, but anyways, besides that, I started watching.
Also,
I
there
did
was
so-
probably
well-
so much more gay happening than what was going on in the movies.
Oh yeah,
You know?
tons. Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know why I
There's a-
felt the need to.
No, I mean there was everything.
shoehorn
Dude,
that in there.
you know how
but
there was transsexuals back then, like
Yeah.
way back then, like the 20s,
and
God,
up
it's so
until what
stupid.
5 years ago, we've just depicted everyone as being straight
evil.
white, blonde hair, blue eyes, just
Yes.
like Hitler wanted.
Yep. Anyways, I don't want to talk about that. Let's talk about movie stuff just a little bit more before we go to break. I want to say that I did watch a cool movie on AMC Plus. If you still have it, Red Rooms. It's about
Ooh, what's this about?
and you know what? It's a French Canadian movie. I'm not going to tell you what it involves. Well, I'll tell you this. It's about true crime. People that are obsessed with true crime.
Oh, interesting.
That's what it is. It's a slow paced, kind of slow burn character study. That's what I'll say. But
okay. I like character
I
studies.
know Kelly's into true crime. If
Yep.
she wants to watch kind of a slow burn,
and I like character stories, so that's that's
So-
a nice little compromise.
and it's about a true crime person or persons that are super into it.
Super,
And
into it.
you'll see what I mean when you watch the movie.
Yeah.
It might fuck you up a little bit, but I haven't stopped thinking about it since I've watched it, but like not
Oh,
like
see, I love
dark
that.
thoughts, but it's
Well, yeah.
just like stuff like where I keep going back to it and I'm just like, God, man, that's kind of fucked up, Just-
Yeah, or
and then my brother
I
told
bet
me
they
he
did
watched
this
it.
because of this, and
Yeah,
I
my
love
brother
that.
told me he watched it, and he was like, man, that movie's messed up, and he was like, it was so good the way it was done and stuff like that. So
See,
if you like long
Same.
shots and like slow burn stuff, watch it.
Yeah.
And then I haven't finished this one, but I've started Beau is Afraid. Have you seen that?
This is the
Joaquin
by-
Phoenix, by the guy that did
Yeah, by the-
Hereditary and Midsommar.
And this is the one where like it was very divisive, right? Like
Yeah.
a lot of people thought
A lot of
this
people didn't
was
like it, but I started watching it, dude.
super indulgent, right? Didn't they
Yeah,
say like, oh,
but-
he took it too far? It's
No.
self-indulgent, blah 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 blah. And so far, no. So far, I'm
halfway through, and I'm like, what is going on? I don't know where this is gonna go, but man, what a fucking ride so far. I gotta say.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I'll always eventually give anything Joaquin Phoenix is in a shot,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because I think he's a pretty fantastic actor.
Oh yeah,
So,
he's great.
what's that on, or is it?
It's on Paramount Plus and Prime, I
Ooh,
think. So
Nice.
nice. Yeah.
So
So
there you
we
go.
maybe
So
we can
now-
do an Ari Aster thing where we can watch all of his movies too. Hereditary,
That'd be-
Midsommar, and this one.
That'd
So
be fun.
yeah. Okay, cool. So do you want to go
gonna
to
put
break
that-
now?
Put that on the list. Yeah. So if we click on, hang on, I'm gonna try this real quick. Okay, perfect. So I think
Okay.
as soon as I hit add to stage, all we need to do is mute ourselves. I mean,
Okay.
You know, if you're so inclined.
Well, that's fine.
So this is all the way back to episode 11. Boy, and we were just bouncing from subject to subject. The one that we kept on for a good solid 8 minutes was the tragic murder of Natalie Wood, and for some reason Robert Wagner's agent Cubby. We got very fixated on Cubby. So
Okay.
so this one I've titled I think I titled it Kill 'Em All, Cubby.
Okay.
Enjoy.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, everybody!
Does Kelly have like skirts with wolf faces on it and stuff?
Is that a thing?
You haven't been to Alaska, have you? Did you ever watch Heart to Heart?
Like HART? No.
Yes. And when they got together, it was Moida. You don't remember
Oh,
that?
No. Was she on Macmillan or was she on Heart to Heart?
No. Robert
Yeah.
Wagner was.
Oh, I like Robert Wagner. Didn't he do
Didn't he kill his wife?
when he in like movies? Robert Wagner didn't kill his wife.
I thought he threw Natalie Wood off the boat.
Was that Robert Wagner?
Yeah. And Christopher Walken was there too. Do you know about that? You know Natalie Wood?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was. I think she was married to Robert Wagner, and they were fighting or something like that. He didn't. Nobody knows what happened to him.
Oh yeah, it was him.
But yeah, it was him, and he was real good friends with Walken, I think, at the time. And
Oh yeah, and wasn't that
they
a
think
thing?
that like there's like all these rumors like he was mad because he thinks that Walken was sleeping with her, and so he killed her. But I don't know. And then they just say that she fell off, and drowned. But
So wait, what?
they were in a boat together. They were all on a boat.
Her Natalie Wood and Robert Wagner
and Christopher
and Albert
Walken.
Broccoli.
What?
his representation, Albert R. Broccoli,
That guy was there?
Cubby Brock.
Are you just bringing that up because of the name?
Yeah, his name is Albert R. Broccoli. I'm sorry, I could not.
No, that's
So they
I
were on a
always
boat.
Hey, I always think it's funny when people talk about the Bond movies because the family that owns the Bond franchise is the Broccoli's.
What? Is this guy
Yeah.
one of the Broccoli's?
I don't know.
One of the Broccoli's?
But
Hey, wait.
anyways.
We can't do these shows
Okay,
where we're
check and
actually
see.
on Wikipedia because we will never talk about anything else. So wait. So Robert Wagner and
Was
Christopher
on a boat.
Walken were on a boat with Natalie Wood, and Robert Wagner was like, "Hey, you are sleeping with my
That
buddy."
was the rumors that we don't know. Like nobody
the-
knows what actually
right.
happened.
Right, but the
But then-
idea was that Robert Wagner was like, wait a second. I can't do
Yeah.
it, Robert. I don't remember how he talks. But he goes,
I
"Hey,
don't
you two
either.
guys are having the sex together."
And he
And
goes,
then
hey, no. No.
and then he goes, "My buddy Albert R. Broccoli said that you were, so push."
Maybe. I don't know. That could be the story. That really does sound like a true story.
Push.
Next time on True Hollywood Story.
We're gonna
You know, we haven't even introduced the introduced the show.
Yes, and we have our special guest tonight, Albert Romolo Broccoli, or
Where
as
is
you
he?
might know him, Cubby Brock.
Hey, this is Cubby Brock.
Hey, Cubby, did you tell Robert
I
Wagner?
was not there when this happened.
Okay.
with Robert.
That was not the question that I asked. Now, was it? You're getting awfully defensive right off
Oh,
the gate.
hey.
First of all, what were you doing on the gate? We've talked about that before. It's not safe.
Objection, Your Honor. Objection.
Okay. We're not even in court. I don't really. Cubby,
What's that?
are we going to get anything straight out of you? Or are you just going to just divert here, redirect there?
You know, Natalie Wood was really good in Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Oh, yes. She also was really good in Macmillan and Wife.
Oh, was she in that one?
I can't recall now. We're
Oh.
4 or 5. We're 4 or 5 people deep now, and I can't remember who was in Macmillan and Wife.
Oh,
But we're just gonna.
oh
go
that was
ahead and say
that was that broad from Kate and Alley.
Oh, that's right. Did you do you represent her as well?
Nah.
Wait a second. You got me off the topic. Let's go back to my original question. Why did you kill Natalie Wood?
What?
Yes.
Oh, that's an easy question to answer.
Oh no. Why
Yeah,
is that
you're
so easy?
Because I didn't kill her.
Oh. That
Okay,
felt
I
a
threw
little
her overboard.
anticlimactic.
I threw her
Oh
overboard.
shit. I didn't
I gotta
really
go.
have to
I gotta go.
I didn't have to push that hard. And he just Rene,
Wow,
did you even
man.
hear hear any
Dude,
of that?
Man, he just confessed. He ran out the door. Did you see him?
Yeah, I asked him one simple question. Well, as fast as Cubby Brock can run, but yeah. I mean, look at him.
Look at old Cubby.
Can we wait? Hang on. Can we do this? How does this work?
There he is.
He's coming after us.
That's some good special effects. He's coming. He's got a little, like a cross between Michael Gambon and Michael Gandolfini, or James Gandolfini.
He's
You know who
Michael
Michael
Gandolfini.
Whoop! Why did I just do that?
No, who was? I don't know. I appreciate the enthusiasm, though. That was fantastic.
Michael Gambon was from. He was the guy that took over Dumbledore when the first guy died. Richard Harris died.
And that's what Michael Jackson was singing about on Bad. Gambon. Gambon. Gambon.
Oh my God. Really?
Michael Gambon. All right.
I really like you in the cook, the thief, the wife, and the lover.
So, wait. Cubby Broccoli did all those things?
He killed everybody.
He is Michael Jackson.
Oh, man.
Okay. So, what were we talking about? Welcome back.
I forgot about Cubby.
I did too. It was fun.
Yeah, that was. Except I have an idea. Maybe, and it might take too much editing, but if that
Bring
or
Cubby
tell
back.
me, or you know what? Tell me if you go to the Wayback Machine and you're going to put this on in a break. If I'm doing a character, I will draw a picture of what the character looks like, take a picture of it, and send it to you, and you can use that as the person you're talking to.
Well, I need you to draw a picture of Cubby. Yeah, we can
Okay.
put a picture of him. Well, I mean, you've got the
the
reference there. Let's see here. We can there, right there.
Why did I just do that?
No, who was? I don't know. Oops. That's not.
It's not gonna work.
Oh wait, here. Oh, watch. This is gonna be weird.
Yeah.
Oh, Beanie.
Whoop!
Doubles.
No, who was? I don't know.
Yeah,
I
that was fun.
appreciate the enthusiasm, though.
Do you have a
like the double S?
a C song?
Yeah, sure.
Let's
couldn't-
get right
I
into it.
I couldn't remember who. So yeah, let's do it.
Hey, everybody!
All right. I don't know where this one came from, and I apologize up front.
Okay.
But you know, it is what it is. We'll see.
It's about Cobra.
There has to be. Oh wow. Oh yikes.
What?
Okay. We
You
got
find something?
Yeah, we got a 4K remaster. I
Mm.
just assumed it would just be kind of a whatever. All right.
Whoa.
Do you
Word.
remember that? Mm-mm.
I don't know if I can watch this one. First off, how long is this song?
The right amount. 4 minutes and 5 seconds. That's a lot.
Yeah, I don't know if I can take this, but go ahead. This is a song that I always hated.
Oh, I did too. Well, I think I did. I had the single.
This was a single
Why?
hit.
Yeah,
Look at that shirt.
I know. What's going on there?
Isn't he Canadian too?
Look at his glass. Okay, so that's what I was going to ask. Should he even be doing any of this?
No, this is
You know?
very much appropriation.
Well, I mean, we don't know that yet. So his name is Snow, right? Or
Yeah.
yeah,
Just look up Snow
Informer.
Informer.
I like you, boom, boom, down. What does that even mean?
I don't know. This is like Rastafarian. That's why I'm saying it's just.
Yeah, and his name is Darren Kenneth O'Brien. Yikes. Yeah, you're right. Canadian reggae musician. Wow.
It doesn't make sense. But
This spent 7
make
weeks.
it make sense.
Make it make shit. This spent 7 weeks at the top of the Billboard 100.
That's so.
Did he what? Oh, listen, he never learned to read properly and dropped out of school while in the 9th grade. Growing up, he had a strong interest in rock music, but after there was an influx of Jamaican immigrants to the neighborhood in 1983, his interest turned to reggae music, and he became adept at the use of the Jamaican dialect. So basically, he appropriated the immigrants in his neighborhood. Huh. Oh, Jesus. In 1987, listen to this. Snow served 8 months of a 1-year sentence after pleading guilty to beating a person with a crowbar during a bar brawl.
God.
Yeah. Wait, what? So, okay, so as soon as he was released, he met his DJ that is, I guess, the other guy, this guy.
Our producer.
Yeah. Then let's see. Oh. Then in 1988, he was involved in an incident in a New York pub in which 2 people were stabbed in the lane.
Jeez.
And that's in quotes. He was accused and was subsequently charged with 2 counts of attempted murder.
Jeez.
Rather than
It's
tell
hardcore.
authorities, yeah, than who the perpetrator was, Snow served 8 months in jail before a jury acquitted him on both accounts. Look at that.
He beat the charges.
Yeah.
I bet you if he was not white, that may not
Right.
have happened.
If he wasn't Snow, what's Snow? Did I say did I say why his name was Snow?
Because he's white.
I know, but like did I guess I don't.
Just that looking at the camera and no.
Why do I have a handgun ad on YouTube?
Nah, I don't know. Man, I don't fucking know.
I don't fucking know. All right. Well, on to less horrible. Well, no, that's not a good way of. On to better
things.
You do the segue.
Okay, on to better, more daring things for the time.
Wait, when did Snow? Hang on. When did
I think that
come
was
out?
around the time.
Yeah, because that
Honestly.
was also like 94. How fun was
It was
that?
probably 94, 95
Let's
ish,
see.
maybe 96.
Do you remember the name of the album?
No,
The full length album?
no. Do you?
I do because I looked at it.
Okay.
12 inches of snow.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That
That's-
or
Oh, what happens when you thumbs down? Oh no, it rains on you. Get
That's
out
new.
of there.
That's new.
Yeah.
It used to be just all storms around you. Now it's just a one cloud under you. Okay.
I like the one cloud. It
I wonder if
feels
this
more
is what this does now.
feels more concentrated. Oh, that's not. Get it together, Apple. You could do better than that. Speaking of doing better. That was a good segue.
Okay.
Right? Doing better.
Yes.
Doing better than snow.
Doing better than the last time we reviewed this album.
I don't know what you're talking about. I am so
Smelling like a rose.
I didn't disable that video until today.
Okay.
Two people have watched it.
Okay. All right.
Anyway.
Hope it wasn't your work.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay.
Let's see.
So
Okay.
this is what we listened to. This is what we tried to review.
Yes.
Yank Crime. Drive Like Jehu. So what do we want to start out? What do you want to know?
Well, I generally like to know where it came from, to how you found it. Because that always I don't know, for whatever reason I like that context.
I remember when I worked at CDX, I remember he had this bin that was just like a dollar bin, right? And he would just throw a lot of the promo CDs that he got in there that he didn't like, or like he's just like, it's fine, it's nothing I need to have. And it was a lot of stuff like Interscope would send him ones that were just like a jewel case with a white back, and it had like the names of the songs but it had no like cover art or anything. And he threw this one in there, and I was always curious about it. And then I had met Sam and he was like, "Have you heard Drive Like Jehu?" And then he played it for me, and then I was instantly, it's like, I remember that being in the dollar bin. So I went and bought it.
Yeah, I know where I'm headed.
Yeah. And then from there on, I was just like, the first song, Rome Plows, it's just right in. It's like, here it is. You ready?
And the bass line is just so fantastic.
The feedback on this album is incredible,
man. And that, I mean, that was right around the time, when we were, listening to it, was reading Thurston Moore's memoir as well.
Really?
And all of that feedback, and like the some of the writing that he would kind of talked about, some of his tuning and things, tunings and things like that he did. That was now all I want to do is like feedback, just anything feedback.
Like,
so, and this from the first time I listened to this, I was like, oh, this is that feedback noisy sound that, I love it. Yeah.
I thought you would like this. It's a little more driving. It's a little more punky. And I don't know, punk is the right term, but it's just.
So my note on that was aggressive, but I don't necessarily mean that
aggressive.
In like aggressive. And I said, is it the drums that makes it feel slightly aggressive, or is it the mix? Like the mix was so full on this, it was like,
I really don't know. It's I don't know. It's just a good. It's just in the face, right? I don't know how else to say it. Right? It's just something that's. So here we'll do this while we're going through it, and I'll click through this. This will just be in the background playing. Hold on. Yeah, but go. So yeah, I mean, just going in when I had first heard this, it was just like I always use this term all the time. I always say, I've never heard anything like this before. But I had never heard anything like this crazy and like listen to what the fuck are they playing? I mean, just and then they go into that octave chord. It's just real driving, and it's just like it makes me feel like I would want to mosh to it, or like just like it's aggressive, but not in a mean way,
Right. Yeah.
I don't know how to say it, but it's just God, I love this album.
Yeah, it's and I don't mean aggressive in that way. I just I can't find the I'm sure there's a musical term that I'm desperately searching for there, because I say aggressive too much, and I don't think this is like that, kind of like that
it's driving
in your face.
Would you say
driving is driving sounds very apt, I think there.
This is very, to me, I call it and At the Drive-In is another one on some of their songs. I call it like roundhouse kick to the face music. Just like it sounds like karate fighting, just like a crazy fucking scene, right?
Yeah.
And they're just fucking railing on this, like, and they're like fucking like going crazy and shit like that. So that's how I picture like this scene, like this whole thing.
Oh yeah. Can you imagine? Yeah. Being at one of these shows in 1994.
No. But
like at a at like a Rubber Gloves, which is like the loudest venue ever. Yeah. And then the very next song just has like these. Sorry, that was silly. I know. It just has these layers that just start building.
This, I think, I don't know what there's so many songs on this album that I like. This could be considered like one of my favorite, I guess. I don't know, but I really like this song.
Yeah, I love the composition of it. It just, the way it flows.
Mm-hmm. And I just like this guitar part so much, man.
Well, they do so well. They let a moment sit, because this goes for what, like about a good solid like minute and a half before I think it kicks into, or like right around 50-second mark or something like that. And I love how they they just kind of take their time to build this up.
Yeah.
And then
they're not rushing like they did at the first, right? So
yeah, which is a really cool 1-2 punch, right, to kind of start an album. You punch them right in the face, and then you back off a little bit, but it's still
but you still kind of, they're still like this is like the slowdown of the brawl.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, but then somebody lands a hit when they come in right here.
Yep.
And then it turns into like kind of a sloppy
catch your breath.
Fight.
Yes. Because because you were just like full of adrenaline for the past 5 minutes, and then it starts to kind of come back. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's so good. I mean, I don't know like how else to review this, but keep on saying like, because this is not a Chick-fil-A commercial, but we don't like Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
I don't want to. Let me take this off. Right now, let's take it off while it's playing. But let's.
But then, so then it goes into Golden Brown. which is another one that my first note on that was, Jesus, warn a guy before you punch him in the face with an oral assault like this. Yeah,
Is it
this
the
is just-
guitar at the start, or is it the?
yeah, man, that guitar like hit me in the face. I loved it, like in a good way.
Yeah, it's this song is like one of their manic songs. They like, and then they go back to manic right here. This
Manic
where they
is
go back to.
manic's another really great a term to kind of describe that. Is there other stuff kind of like this as well, or
The first album is a little like this, but you would, if you have you ever heard of Hot Snakes? It's essentially so. A little background about this band.
Isn't that a Frank Zappa album?
What, Hot Snakes?
Baby snakes, baby snakes and hot rats.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. It's 2 Frank Zappa albums.
So this band consists of the drummer is Mark Trombino, who's like done a lot of producing. He produced that Jimmy Eat World album that you like a lot. The
Clarity.
Yeah, he produced that album. And he produced Mock Orange, the record play. So, yeah.
That name, okay. Okay, I thought that name sounded familiar.
So he's the drummer in this band. I don't know who the bass player is. The singer guitar player is Rick Froberg, who was in a band called Pitchfork before this.
He also sounds like he was in Fraggle Rock.
Yeah, he's got a high-pitched voice,
name.
right?
I'm sorry. No, just the name. Froberg? Is that what you said?
Yeah, Rick Froberg.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he came from a band called Pitchfork, which was out of San Diego. And then the guitar player, the other guitar player is, God, what is his name? John.
I think I have.
He's in Rocket from the Crypt. His
John
name is-
Reese.
Yeah, John Reese. He's Speedo in Rocket from the Crypt. But
Okay, yeah.
So he and they just all started playing together, and they did this, but like they broke up after this album, Yank Crime, at some point. And
so
then
is this a super group technically?
no, not really a
Okay.
super group, because Mark Trombino wasn't known for. Here, we'll play Luau while we're talking now. But yeah, I mean, just like John Reese did some production, and he was known for Rocket from the Crypt, and he was big, I think, in the San Diego area, like punk scene.
Okay, yeah.
So that's how they all got together. But like, this is just like they were doing stuff that nobody was doing, with like that feedback, and like there's a good feedback on this that I love, the bird feedback. That's what I call it. Or it sounds like a bird.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. It's just, I had never heard that. Nobody ever does that kind of stuff. Messes around with.
Well, and but also with the this is another one that has a really fantastic, like, repetitive guitar riff that doesn't I don't know, wouldn't work in like traditional, anything that you would hear in like traditional radio anyway.
Yeah.
And
But,
one of the
I mean, they
notes
just-
that I had on this was curious what the lyrics are to this one. The vocals are so much more playful than any of the other songs, like up to that point, right? It sounded
Luau.
like more.
I
of
love
a
the chorus.
fun. I can't remember what the chorus.
So do you know who this is? Here's a little factoid about this song.
Ooh.
Do you know who Rob Crow is? And Pinback and like all those bands that he's a part
I
of.
know that.
Have you heard the name?
But yeah, but I wouldn't.
It's him. He's the singing the backup vocal on the Luau part. So
Oh,
yeah.
oh, that's fun.
So you'll be able to. I'll point it out when he sings, but it's just no. See, like that. Who does?
Yeah, I said it just gives like this fun kind of head nod, this repetitive head nod that just tickles a good spot in my brain. Basically, is the overall idea for that. Yeah,
He's the one going, oh, wow, and then aloha, suit up, luau, luau. But yeah, I mean, I think every single song on this is like great.
there's no let's see.
No, not HEB Organics. Sorry.
I do like mangoes.
Do you like dried mango?
I don't think so. Do you do dried fruit at all?
I like craisins.
Yeah, craisins are pretty good. This is another one that I loved. That they just kind of let the feedback just hang there in the air for
Oh, this is the one with one of my favorite guitar parts in it. We'll get. I'll put it on the part here in just a minute.
This to me has a very Vitology era Pearl Jam sound, but
yeah. But then it does this part at the where is it? This part. This is my favorite part. This guitar part. Right
yes.
Here. No, not this. I'm sorry. It's the next part. The next guitar part where he's muting it. This. God, it's so cool.
I like your interpretation of it even better. But it was also on this song where I noted the structure. Like I just love the way they structure all their songs.
Oh yeah.
I've been thinking about that so much more after you were talking about Jeff's approach to Wyndham Earl.
Right. We were supposed to, it was like it's doing one part, then go to the next.
It's really like it's changed the way, and you tell him that it's changed the way that I've listened to music a little bit. I now like listen to the way things are structured a little bit more, and I'm like,
see, it's pretty cool,
different. It's not just
opens you up, right?
Well, yeah, because it's generally just so. Verse, chorus, verse, so when you hear some things outside of that, it's like, oh, fun. They're playing around with structure.
Yeah.
It's fun. I like it.
So while we're coming to an end here, what do you have a favorite on this album?
Let's see.
Because this, I mean, I've always loved this song, but I've always liked like kind of chill songs on aggressive albums like this,
Yes, because
but this goes straight into feedback at the end of the track.
Yes,
remember?
So, yeah, I wrote sounds like a sci-fi epic battle in space.
Oh yeah, it does.
This song to me does. I love it.
Especially that drum. Yeah, I can see what you mean. Yeah, but then like the last, I don't even know how long is it. It's like the last minute and a half of the song is all this, right?
Yeah, I mean that's the battle. That's the battle piece, right?
Yeah, and then it goes into their new math, not Coors Light,
which is another fucking kind of odd riff that they make work, which is
that
where
it does not sound rhythm, like it doesn't have
where it doesn't
And I like when they do this like the just that
Yeah,
and then-
because it seems very counter to most rock music, but it's like
yeah.
this is undoubtedly
Dude.
a rock song.
Well, think. Whoa! What just happened? It was. I mean, it was definitely. Oh, you sound all louder now. You sound good. But anyway, so. But anyways, man, they do that so many times on this song. This is one of the songs where I was like, this is like almost true math rock, right? Because it's just
Yes.
doing that shit, you know. Nah, I don't know. Do you have a true like favorite on this album? I think I do. I think I have a couple. So
I think
like I like songs like this better than I used to. I will say that because this used to be kind of a throwaway song to me, but now I can't listen to this album without listening to the whole thing. So
yeah, I love the kind of unpolished nature of this song in particular. But I can see
I will say
I can see where it would be considered a throwaway.
yeah. I wouldn't say. I mean, like at the time, you know, it was always a time of singles back then.
Right, exactly. Yeah, so you could always kind of distinctly hear which ones, or at least it was always fun to try and like figure out which ones were, you know, picked to be singles and which ones are on there because they're, you know, like probably the band's favorites. This could potentially be up there as one of my favorites. This is another fantastic. I know this like there's a couple other like bonus tracks, but this is like the like the technical album closer, right?
Yes, yes, it is.
This is a fantastic album closer.
Yep. This is my favorite song probably on the album.
Yeah. It has that epic kind of feel to it. And you know, maybe that's
due to the longevity of it, but also it's just a well, like you said, structured song. I think that they knew how to structure their long songs just as much as they knew how to structure their short ones. Right?
Exactly.
They didn't just repeat and repeat and repeat. Even though Luau is that, I still think there's differentiated stuff within that. So
it's when there is that, I think it's well intentioned, right? I think it's you know, it's meant to be that way. Yeah. But
I would say this is probably my favorite, and Do You Compute? So it's
the
second track.
The layers on that are just gorgeous, and that was again that first really awesome example of just letting a thing just like build on its own, you know, just like breathe a little bit.
Were you expecting the time change at the end of this track?
By this point, yes. Yeah.
It sounds real abrupt, but I think it sounds perfect still.
Yeah. But again, you know, by the time you get to the end of the album, if you're expecting this song to play out like with, you know, just the way it is.
Yeah. Here we get some more great feedback.
Yeah.
I played this for Max because I wanted him to hear that bird feedback.
I love it. Yeah.
I was like, man, you got to hear the way this guy does his guitar, because we were going to review this and he kept on looking at that album cover. He goes, that album cover is crazy looking. It's just like an ink blot.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. And it looks like it's all done with ink, right?
Yeah.
It's just an ink drawing by somebody, right?
Very stark, you know.
Yep.
It's just it draws you in. I mean, just, you know, similar to the music, I would say. Although it also, I don't know, it also is like actively kind of egging you on as well.
Yeah.
Does that? I don't know. Yeah, it that kind of overall feeling. I know that's a little silly.
It's just,
but,
I mean, it's just to me, it's just gonna be a thing of my youth, I guess, right? So I always grew up with it, and I'm glad you could be a part. You could know what it is, you know. So
yeah, but I mean that I think I think that's another one that really stands the test of time. I think sometimes you can go back and listen to things and not so much.
So you would I'm always going to be friends with this. Oh, and also rest in peace. I forgot to say rest in peace, Rick Froberg. He has passed.
Oh no.
Yeah, it sucks. And also, Hot Snakes is Rick Froberg and John Reese with a different rhythm section. So, and it's a little bit. It's a little more. It's more of like 3 to 4 minute songs, and just that driving sound. Like you would probably dig it if you like that. So yeah. So let's move on to playing dedications by John Boy. John Boy.
I love this album cover.
Yeah. Albini produced this.
Yes. R.I.P. there.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can tell, right?
They're from Austin. They were from Austin.
Yeah. But it's I love how you can tell it's an Albini recording, even though he really let the bands kind of identify their own sound, which is, I don't know. That's a really fantastic way to work.
Yeah.
So how did you come?
So
across
this is a little interesting because I had actually heard their first album before I heard this one. But
and this
the way I heard their
that,
first,
like this was it, right? Just the two records. Yeah.
Yep. So the way I had heard about them was my brother Ben went to some show at Trees one night where it was a bunch of bands, I think, that were on this label Trance, which whose label that is, King Coffee from Butthole Surfers. That's his label. So
awesome. Okay.
Yeah. And he went to a show and it was a bunch of bands there, and one of them was Ed Hall, and my brother really liked that band, but he bought a sampler, a Trance sampler, which had a bunch of bands on that record label, and John Boy was one of them. And he was like, this song is crazy. He's like, I don't know how to, but it's really cool. It's doing cool stuff. Like, he didn't know how to explain it. And so I listened to it, and it really took me, right? Like John Boy did. And I bought that first album. I was like, man, this is crazy. And then I was working at CDX, and the owner was like, hey, I got something for you, Rene. And I was like, what? And then he just dropped this down on the table. And I was just like, wow. My eyes went wide, and I was just like, oh my God. And then, dude, when I first heard, like, just let me pull it up. And I said this about the last one too, but
well, and that was my first question is how different from, because I haven't listened to the first. How different is this record from the first record?
Production wise, you can tell it's different, but I mean, music wise, it's similar. So, they're both good, but this is the better album, I think. But like, you can barely hear this guy's vocals, right?
Yes.
So
the
but I think that's on purpose.
So full. I think so as well, because one of the notes that I wrote in this was like, it's almost overwhelming. Like,
Yeah.
One of the times I was listening to it, I felt like almost dizzy at parts
Wow.
because it was like so, I don't know. And
This is a
this
short
track,
album too, man.
yeah, that that I really think I used to hang on to longer length albums, thinking
Yeah.
that they were like the coolest. Man, I still think I mean, right now, 39, which I think that's what this thing clocks in at.
Yeah.
Between like 37 and 42 is like,
I think it's
perfection.
dependent on the music, right? So,
Yes. Yeah.
but I will say that new Cassie Kenoshi record is like 25 minutes long, and it's great. So,
See?
yeah. But so what? I mean, like, what did
It's
you
as
think
long as
hearing
it
this?
needs to be. This, I don't know. So you get you immediately think when I saw that they were from Austin, I was really quick to draw some assumptions, right?
Yeah.
I immediately assumed kind of like a low rent, but like something where the live show is so much better in comparison to whatever they put into a studio, right? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That vibe. And then I listened to it and was like, oh no, absolutely not. I was floored from like moment one. I was like, this is
Yeah,
not.
this is
I was thinking local band, you know,
yeah,
like
right.
that kind of, you know, because there was probably a billion others that sounded similar-ish, but shitty versions,
Yeah.
right? Of
Like
this.
just like doing power
This-
chords instead of letting the noise
Yes.
out, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And this was like a genuine, yeah, it wasn't just power chords. This was a genuine noise record. And oh fuck, it was a really good noise record too.
I did when I first heard this, like I was just like, man. And then I showed Jeff all this stuff. This was
Yeah.
when he was in Deadpan. And then he was like, hey, have you guys heard John Boy? He was playing it for his band.
yeah.
And then the band came back to me and they were like, man, that's us. We sound like John Boy. Like they were going crazy about how great the
Dang.
album was. And I was just like, man, yeah, man, dude, this is like, see, I didn't like, I that was another thing. Like, am I the reason why they got into this type of stuff, you know, and kept on doing this type of music, or the reason why, you know, like just doing this stuff with Jeff, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know, but
Well, and that's one of those items that you should really, you know, hang on to, because you never know what's
Yeah.
going to hit who in what way, right? And so
yeah,
better to just, you know, say it.
I think
or share it, or, you know, whatever.
I'll say this as opposed to their first album, the dynamics are a little bit better in this. They're you can
Yes.
tell that they had been practicing, right? So
Yeah.
but this I don't know, man. This is another perfect album for me. Like this is one where
Well,
I'll just listen to it all the way through and just I don't want to skip any of the songs.
Yeah. Dynamics are that's a fantastic thing to kind of highlight, because that was one of the things that I put on that. Their use of that, you know, the loud and soft, which is, you know, that was a big thing in the grunge, you know, scene, but they used it really, really effectively. I think, especially in this track, Quick Drain.
This is a instrumental track, right?
Yeah.
So
but the use of dynamics in this song are fantastic.
Yeah, I used to. So this is another thing too about this album is I used to practice to this album, right? So
Yeah.
I used to practice to this one a lot, but
Drums or guitar?
drums. I don't know any of the
Nice.
guitar stuff.
Okay.
I think I might know not this one. Not the Chick-fil-A grilled sandwich. Could you hear that?
Nope. Oh, I see it in the tiny little
Yeah.
but no. Oh, just the little things. You know?
So can you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So it's not this song, but this is one where they do the repetitive thing really good. And I learned how to play a lot of the I ripped this drummer off a lot whenever I
Hey.
when we played in Windermere. Like I would take like his little like his fills, but do them in a different kind of way, type thing. You know, I looked up to this guy. You know, is just the type of guy that because he's a good math rock drummer. You know,
Well,
and
that's,
just I didn't.
That's what you do, right? I mean, that's
Mhm.
you know,
You homage.
you take inspiration and you put it to your own use. Yeah.
Yeah.
So. This song I really loved, and I thought one of the things, and I didn't note this, but I don't know why I didn't, but this is like exceptional 1994, like written all over, down to like the spoken lyric,
Yep.
lyrics that was kind of all over at the time. Kind of almost
Like I've always
a shoegazy
ever since I
meets grunge situation going on.
Ever since I heard this album, there's some like I wanted to do something like this. But I don't know how this guy writes these guitar parts because it's just like open, like a lot of just open, right?
Yeah.
Playing all the strings. Like that's just you know, but
yeah, I think this is more of a this is more of a less is more kind of approach, right?
Mm-hmm. This almost has like a helmet sound to it.
Yeah.
To this song, which makes me think you would enjoy some of the earlier stuff.
Well, and everything that I've listened to, I enjoy, but it's just one of those things, one of those bands that escaped me, like so many. I'm finding out.
Well,
yeah,
we all forget them. Don't worry.
Yeah,
but yeah, man, like there. Let me find the song that I could play on guitar, and I can only play the start. It's not this one, I don't think. This is one of the songs that one time we were playing in Demetrodon, we were practicing, and I started playing this drum part. And Jim goes, "Yeah, keep doing that, man. That's awesome." And I go, "Oh, that's somebody else's drum part." He goes, "Oh, you motherfucker." So I do that a lot whenever I jam. Like I use other people's stuff, and then I start to write my own stuff, kind of just take my own approach to it. But yeah, I don't know. Like a lot of these songs, a lot of this album kind of runs together. It's almost like one long song to me. But that's not to me, that's not a knock on it. Right. So to me, it's a, I don't know. It's like they did a one long form. It's like jazz stuff,
Yeah. Utilizing that kind of thought process and putting it into, like a rock format, which I guess, is basically math rock. To a certain extent. Yeah.
So this is the guitar song that I knew anything of by then.
I love the guitar work in this song.
the way the opposing chord, the opposing notes that he's hitting,
Yeah.
making it go burn. I
Yes.
love that sound.
Yes. Same here. And the controlled feedback, or the
Yeah.
control of the feedback is just,
Yeah, and the way they all come in.
Well, it sounds so. It sounds silly, but I mean that really is like a intimate relationship that you have with your guitar and your amp when you can
Yep.
and
Man, when you know how it works and doing
and
that
to
feedback and stuff, yeah.
listen to somebody do that to me is just, oh man,
That's the other thing is like the bass and the, I don't know, it's just they're all doing their separate things, right? Kind of, and they all meet in between. I guess that's what you would say, because you could tell like some of the bass parts are distinctive too. It's not just just like doing that the whole time. So it's, I don't know, man. I'm just for the time too. I mean, to me, this is just like, who does this kind of stuff? Nobody, right?
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. This is a band that, like, to me is so undiscovered, and it's ridiculous that they're so undiscovered.
So
it's,
did and I thought, can't remember what it said, but did any of these folks go on to do anything else? Because I mean,
they did something. Some of the guys did something called Desafinado, and it wasn't very good. It wasn't anything near this. So
I see that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's okay. It's not great or anything, but
they were also on Transcendicate. Boy, I bet that's a real. You said that's King Coffee's label.
Yeah.
I bet that's a real mixed bag of a label. I bet it's like
there's a lot of weird stuff on there, and there's
the good stuff is like probably beyond good. Like this. Like this record, and then like there's probably some downright unlistenable noise.
Did you have a favorite track on this?
For me, I think let's see, the Lorak surprised me.
Lorak?
Because that is just a short, quick little.
The way it just comes into with that drum.
Yes, and it's just like.
It's real simple too.
Real simple, but it's just shy of 2 minutes. It takes you on like this I don't know, like this fun little ride, right? And it just communicates. I don't know. I love it. I think this is what most of punk thinks they're achieving with their music. Short and meaningful, but it just kind of ends up being like short and masturbatory. This is like, right? Like, listen to that shift. That's, oh man. That's just taking you all over the place. I love it. So that one, I thought I really enjoyed, and then Genus, I think, might be my other contender.
Oh yeah,
and that one
is that I got the seconds. Is it that one?
It's the
it is. It is.
Singing,
that's a weird song, man.
I was singing "Lighten Up" to it.
It is. It's gonna lighten up right now.
Yeah,
it has that vibe. Got the seconds I got, the seconds I got, the seconds I
But
got.
again, this has like
And that has that weird change.
yeah, exactly. This has some fucking phenomenal change ups in this record, man.
The
And
bass
it's all,
part
you know,
on the
very
this is a call out for the bass part here. That boom.
yeah.
Yeah, it's so cool. Yeah, these guys, man, undiscovered. Like nobody like
Is there and this would be something that I would be interested to kind of delve into. How much there seems to be a lot of like funk influence with the bass and grunge music. I would love to see
it's really weird, right?
kind of the correlation between, you know, like if there's like a study out there, that would be awesome. Someone needs to do a study of the potential funk influence on some of the grunge, because that's what I've noticed in a lot, because we did a ton of grunge you know, over the past 6 months or so, and that's one of the things that I kept kind of like in the back of my head. I kept like noticing, and there are some really funky bass lines in some of this stuff, man. And this you know, this was no exception. It's fantastic. I loved it.
So this last song on the album, I'm gonna say this is my favorite song. And it's my favorite song. It was so, I don't know if you knew this, but before Wyndham Earl, me and Jeff were just a guitar duo. And we were named after this song. We were called Flung Circles.
Oh.
So
interesting.
And it was kind of similar to like, there was a little bit of similar sound to what this song was doing, but it was, I don't know how to explain it. It was kind of like guitar stuff where there couldn't be a drum part to it because it was too fucked up and weird type thing. Yeah. So
like some of Jeff Parker's stuff.
Yeah.
And then this has this,
But it also has the cool part where he's going, "What am I am?" You know?
Yes. And then the way it just kind of ends.
Yes, I love, dude. This album is.
I love that.
If you can get it, like, I got this off of Discogs, so yeah, and I got their first one off there too. But this is like one of those bands where I think that, you know, the Numero group or whatever.
Oh man,
they should do something. They should just go and get all these bands from trance and put the shit out. To me,
see, we can go through and we can curate it for them.
See, that's what I'm wondering. Like, is there a way that I could reach out to them and be like, "Hey, have you guys heard this band?" Or, you know, I don't want to seem like a dickhead or anything like that. I just want to.
Well, yeah, but
I just want them to.
How else do they discover this stuff?
I don't know. Like, I don't know. That's what I want to. Because
they have to.
There's another band on this label, like, that was a big part of my life, called Paul Newman. Have you heard them?
Only through you.
Yeah.
But they were on Trans Syndicate as well?
Yeah.
See, so, I think this is
Bedhead too was on there.
Well, Bedhead got the Numero treatment, didn't they?
Yeah. See?
Yeah, see? So maybe it's time for Numero group to do a nice revisit of Trans Syndicate.
Yes.
If you're looking for some curators, we're happy to offer our services. We can just we can listen to all of it and kind of curate together kind of a nice big box set for you. So you let us.
So next week, are we gonna do a review, or are we just gonna? Do you want to just do top 20, all 20 of them?
Oh, do you want to squeeze all 20 into? I think we could do that. Yeah,
we could see where it goes. We could. Do our regular stuff in there. We could start regular, keep our segments in there, but also start off with the 20 in the first portion, maybe.
Yeah, and see how long it takes for us to get through a couple of the kind of the lower rung. and then use that to kind of
Yeah.
gauge, how we do.
Yeah,
the
because
rest.
I actually have mine all numbered out. I would say the 20 through 10 can be pretty interchangeable, but I think 10 through 1 is pretty not interchangeable. It's all
Okay.
got to stay.
My only concern is what if my number 1 is in like year 11 through 20,
Hey, we can discuss, right? If
Yeah.
it comes up, I will say,
Yeah.
I'll just say, hey, that's in my list.
Yeah. Okay.
Or,
We'll
I mean, what do you want to
figure
do?
it out. I don't know. We got a week to figure it out.
So do you want, so what, before we go though, I think we should first 1995 album review. What is it going to be?
Oh, good question. Have you looked?
I haven't. I mean, I
list?
tried to look for stuff like Polvo, but that they only put an EP out in '95. But I'm trying to think like some more seminal albums that might
Do
have
we
came out.
want to start with something big that maybe we weren't into?
Like what?
Or I don't know. Oh wow, there is a ton of great shit in '95.
We'll put it up on the screen. I want to see.
Lab Cab in California came out in '95.
Oh yeah, that's a good. I have that.
You'd Prefer an Astronaut came out in '95.
I got that one.
Let's see. What else here? Red Medicine.
We've reviewed that.
We've done that one.
Garbage.
Alice in Chains. This one.
I didn't like that album.
No, that one wasn't all that great. Red Hot Chili Peppers, One Hot Minute.
No, thank you.
No, okay. Let's see. Foo Fighters, self-titled.
I don't know if I want to review that.
Listen, that first record, fantastic.
No, I think it's good. It's just, it's real like sugary pop for me.
Is it the first one?
The first song, think about the first lyrics to that song. Fingernails are pretty. Fingernails are good. Seems like all we ever wanted was an orphan. I don't know what he says.
I don't know what he says there either. I mean, listen, it's on my short list. I'll say that.
That's fine. I mean, I'll review. I just don't know if I want to open the show with that. I guess that's what I should say.
So then, probably Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness.
Oh my gosh. No. Not ready for Bill Burr's brother.
Man, they did look similar. Did you see the pictures? Yeah.
Bjork posed, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's an Aphex Twin.
See,
I
that
care
would be
because you do.
fantastic. Where's that? There it is. You want to start there?
Should we start there, or do you want to do your Sonic Youth?
Season. I don't want to start. I don't want to start there.
It's Mad Season. The only thing I know by them is no, whatever that song is.
Did they have more than one song? I thought that was it.
They had a whole album.
Down, oh down. Yeah. So I mean,
you want to do Aphex?
I would say either that or Hum. Do you want to do Hum?
You'd prefer an Astronaut?
Yeah.
That's a good one. I don't know your thoughts on that one. I know you own it, but so I know you like it. I almost want to do something that, I'm not too into that album. Do you? I've never really given it much thought.
I used to really love Fake Plastic Trees. But I can't say that I listened to this one all that much.
Yeah.
Wowie Zowie. We can do more Pavement. Tricky. We can get into some.
Did any Day Law come out then?
I don't know. I would think they would be on. Well, isn't Grind Date celebrating an anniversary?
Yes. 20 maybe? No.
Day Law Disco. Stakes is High came out in 96.
Oh, Balloon Mind State was 93. So that was an in-between.
Yeah. That was an in-between year.
Mm-hmm.
Elastica's self-titled album.
Boom, burn, down, boom, burn, burn, burn.
Mobb Deep.
Mobb Deep.
D'Angelo. I don't really know this D'Angelo record, but I do know.
Jagged Little Pill came out. So did an Oasis record.
I saw that tour. Not Oasis.
Oh, there's a Slow Dive album.
I don't know Slow Dive.
I don't know that album. I just know one of their albums. Guided by. Or did you ever get into Guided by Voices or Chemical Brothers or?
Not.
Do you have that?
Brothers.
This Liquid Swords Jizza? Have you ever heard that?
No. I don't know a lot of the Wu-Tang solo stuff. I just know they're out, but that's supposed to be fucking great. Which one? Wait, where did you see the Jizza?
It's Genius / Jizza Liquid Swords.
Yeah, Liquid Swords is supposed to be like mwah.
Elliott Smith put out his first record.
Jizza.
Pulp, were you ever into them?
No. They did the
Lab Cab.
Modern People, right?
Yeah.
I like Bill Shatner's version of that. Mariah Carey's Daydream.
Nothing. Oh, Silverchair came out. Oh, you know what else came out?
Oh.
Flaming Lips, Cloud Taste Metallic.
We can start there if you wanted to.
Unwound, The Future of What came out. If you want to go on another noise tangent. Sunny Day Real Estate, if you want to go in the emo direction. Their second album came out. Wilco AM came out.
We might have to do a little
Cardigan,
early Wilco review.
The Cardigans.
What was their big song? Is that Kiss Me?
Love me, say that you love me. Presidents of the U.S.
The Roots.
Their first record.
More. That's their second
Jawbreaker. First Marilyn Manson record, Smells Like Children. Ben Folds 5 albums first or self-titled.
Rammstein. Ursula.
Blind Melon Soup.
That's supposed to be pretty fantastic.
Oh wait, I think we're getting into 96. No, this is 95 because Don Cab 2 is in here. I'm trying to think of what else came out this year that I was like huge into.
Slaughter of the Soul.
The Rentals first record.
I ran into Matt Sharp.
Morphine.
In his little Rentals get up, and I saw them at an Edge Fest.
Who?
The Matt Sharp. You remember the basis
rentals?
of yeah,
You saw them at an Edge Fest.
yeah, and I ran into
How
him in
how
the
are they?
bathroom. It was fun.
Did you shake his hand?
No, we were in the bathroom. It
Oh.
wasn't like the time when I ran into Robert Palmer
Oh,
and
okay.
tried to shake his hand. Not Robert Palmer, Robert Plant. Remember, I tried to shake his hand in the
Some
bathroom.
like it hot and something when the heat is on.
We got a Shakira record.
There's a lot of stuff out here in '95.
Sparkle Horse. That's a good Sparkle Horse record. Too.
Hey, we could have Brian Ford on here and listen to Clutch, or we could start with Archers of Loaf VV because that came out in '95.
I would listen to some Archers of Loaf.
Well, we haven't really. Have we done any hip hop records?
Not a whole lot. You want to?
Is there any
go down some,
Roots album? Maybe we should start. Maybe we should start with a hip hop record here.
Yeah. Do You Want More came out. That was their second record.
The Roots.
Yeah. Where is it? It's somewhere. Fuck! I just saw. Oh wait, I need to go back to the. No. What? This was the second page. Oh, here.
Oh yeah, the blue album cover.
Yes.
So this is their second album?
Yeah, that's their second album. First was just the self-released Organics, and then this was a major label debut, I guess technically, but it was their second.
Do you like
record.
this one?
Yes, it's fantastic. It's very jazz heavy. Yeah, I love it. It's amazing. Now, I mean, the only caveat being, and we'd always discuss this when we do, but that I wasn't aware of them in '95. This was a.
Oh, okay. Well, let's maybe do something else then. I mean, are we doing stuff that you are aware of, or are we doing one of mine? Are we just gonna pick one out here?
Yeah.
Looks like Thurston Moore Psychic Hearts came out.
Yeah. The the washing machine's going to be the better one there.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think if we should do something like off the wall, like that Aphex Twin record, or not.
I say either Aphex Twin, Do You Want More, or Liquid Swords.
Or how about, are you into the Sea and Cake?
Yeah.
Do you have any of their records, or did you?
I don't think I do. Well,
oh man,
no,
the first Chavez came out too. God damn, this is a good year.
See,
there's so much. What do we want to do? Like, what kind of style do we want to do? Do we want to do hip hop? Do we want to do rock? Do we want to do? Do you want to hear more from what I was going for in '95? Like what I was doing, listening to?
Yeah, we could start off that way.
Well then, why don't we start with that Archers of Loaf then, VV?
Dope.
After that'll be after our top.
Yeah, as we formally close out 2024 here in the thick of 2025. Hey, listen.
Hey, it's the way they all do it.
Mental breakdowns happen.
Yeah. All right. It was good seeing you. Good talking to you again.
Yeah, man. You too.
I'm ready to do my top 20. I'm excited. For
really,
a new year. New year, new you.
You're damn right. I'm excited to see what overlaps.
Yeah, me too. I know a couple that will, but
yeah, there's got to be at least 4. What's your guess? Out of 20, how many do you?
I'm gonna say. I'd have to look at my list, but I'm gonna say
take the over or under on that.
You said 4?
Yeah.
I'll take the over. Maybe by 1.
I think that's probably a safe bet.
Okay.
I love it.
Well, all right. We'll be ready.
All right. Damn right.
So, awesome. It was nice talking to you.
You too, man.
And hopefully, oh, look, somebody's watching. At the end of the show, they're watching from Twitter.
No, Twitch, not Twitter.
Twitter.
We deleted
Oh, yeah,
our
that's
Twitter.
we need to make a blue sky. So,
Jason Momoa, we've got one. I just
oh,
don't know
okay.
I don't know how to use any of it.
I need to follow it then. Okay.
Oh, you got you got Blue Sky? Yeah, we've got.
Yeah, I started it.
Where's let's see, where's our banner? Here we go. It's right here. Here's our Blue Sky at befriendswith.bsky.social. Give us a follow. I think we've posted maybe once when I was trying to figure out how to do it. So also
There it is. Look at that.
For your ears, it's the same password as everything else.
Okay. Well, all right.
I just told Jason Momoa that we only use one password.
Or Dave Bautista.
Yeah, Dave Bautista.
Whichever
Whoever it is
one.
that's watching.
I wonder who is watching.
But could be Channing Tatum, since we were talking about
Tate Yum?
earlier.
Yeah.
Tate Yum.
Yeah. Well, all right, everybody. I'm sorry, Jason, that we're leaving when you just coming on, but
you should.
If you want to go to our YouTube channel, it'll be there.
It'll be uploaded.
So,
Unfortunately, the last episode is not up right now.
Well, maybe Mo Robin heard us and was like, well, "Who are these fuckers?" So
yeah,
I don't know. We'll see. All right, man. Well,
thanks to
let's end it for everybody.
Everybody. Whoa.
Whoa. Yeah. Let's send the nukes.
Go away, please.
Let's fight and oppose the justice residents that we're building on our own property.